huge problem with the locker builds inside of Royale High, and in today's video we are going to be talking about that. Alright, hi, TT here, and today we are going to be talking about the locker builds in Royale High and how they have been causing a lot of people problems. Alright, but before the video starts, please make sure to like and subscribe and follow all of my socials. They will be linked in the description. Without further ado, let me get into the video now. Now, if you were one of the people that have not entered Royale High in a long time, or if you quit, the locker system has actually changed from just having to move around your items from one place to another or put it back inside of your inventory to being exactly like the dorm system. Like, for example, if you were inside of your dorm and if you were to put down a bed and like your toothbrush and stuff like that, you can now do that inside of your locker. And there have been a bunch of issues with this lately, and I just wanted to address that in today's video. Alright, so I saw this tweet on Twitter under the user of @IDon'tKnowWhatToPooth on Twitter, and the user reads, "Hot take, building a whole apartment in lockers is messy." There are a lot of people down in the comments that agree with this. So basically what they mean is like there have just been a lot of people that took advantage of this new way to build your lockers like dorms and customized their lockers so much to the point that they have been building full-on houses in their lockers, when all you're supposed to be doing in your lockers is getting your English book, is getting your technology book, your computer book, or your flashcards for the respective classes that are currently available inside of Royale High as of right now. Susie Builds actually made a video showing off some of these lockers. Like, I'll put that video on the screen right now just in case some of you guys wanted to check that video out. And I kid you not, some of the builds that I have seen in that video, it's absolutely insane and absolutely unbelievable. Like, I can't believe that people are able to build like this. And honestly, this is kind of a hazard to have inside of Royale High, especially for people that don't have the device to handle like these type of builds. And these type of builds could show up out of nowhere. Like, you could teleport to your locker, and in the middle of your locker you could just be in the middle of a garden, like somebody's random garden that they would have built, and then you would realize, oh, this is just somebody's locker, and entire laptop or your phone would just be blowing up because of how detailed everything is, and you just wouldn't be able to move. And there are just some comments down here that kind of made me laugh, and I just wanted to read some of them before I continue on with my opinion. This user under the name of @PattonNut said, "It is genuinely so impressive, but still super damn impractical. But I wouldn't ask anyone to stop, cause I get that it's real fun to just build at absolutely any chance." And honestly, I do agree with this. With all of the builders inside of Royale High would absolutely love this. Like, I've seen so many adorable lockers that have not been that bad. And when it comes to my lockers, I like to keep everything simple because I'm only going to be inside of my lockers for like a couple of seconds. And honestly, I don't need my lockers to look any sort of way. Like, I don't want it to be all over the place. Like, I just want it to be fairly simple because, as I would have said before, I am not going to be inside of my lockers for more than 5 seconds just to get my flashcards or my English book. I'm not going to be there for a long period of time, and it's the exact same thing for my dorm. Like, for example, if I just have to do a nap time quest, I just go there, put on my PJs, and I just sleep for like a couple of seconds and I just leave. I don't have to decorate my dorm any sort of way because I know that I'm not going to be there for a long period of time. And I have actually not even touched my dorm for over 2 years. Like, ever since the dorms would have came out, my room that you guys have been seeing throughout the entirety of my farming videos sometimes has not changed from ever since the dorms, like Campus 3 dorms, the original dorms first came out. Like, I have not touched that ever since, and that's just because the way that I build it was so practical to me, and it was like, I genuinely don't need to change it. It's non-problem to me. But I do understand all of the builders that do genuinely like building inside of the game and will take any opportunity that they get to build inside of Royale High. And I honestly really love a lot of the builds that I have seen inside of Susie Builds video, and I actually have seen that there was somebody that built an entire alleyway in their lockers, and that's honestly insane because who needs an alleyway? Like, I got the fact that people like took it overboard with the dorms, but this locker thing is kind of getting a little bit too out of control because a lot of these people that do all of these locker builds aren't really taking into consideration that there are just a lot of people that don't have the best devices and kind of just want to build for themselves. And honestly, I get that. Why would you think about anybody else and accommodate anybody else? You're just building for yourself, right? An easy fix for that is if you just run to another part of the map to get another locker that's like far away from people. And for those builders, that's another thing that you can also do as well. Just run away from everybody else and make your locker there. Like, it's very simple. You could just do that, and that could be the whole solution for this. But there have just been a lot of people that genuinely do not like this, and there is this person under the user at Faster Light on Twitter, and they said exactly, and like, what's the point of all that anyways? Because first of all, you're only at your locker for the books, which takes about 2 seconds to grab, so you won't even be at your locker most of the time. And second of all, one step away and it's all gone. So basically you did all that for nothing. That's basically what I was talking about earlier on in the video. Like, you're not at your locker for a long period of time. You're only there to get your flashcards, to get your books for around 5 seconds. Like, it's not going to take that long. It's not like you're just going to stand and look at your locker for such a long period of time. And like, it's not like an outfit, you know, like as you're walking around with it, you can't just stop and look at it. Like, you actually need to go to your locker and like see it physically, and you need to do that with your dorms as well. And that's why I genuinely have not changed my dorms for such a long period of time, because there is just no reason for me to change it. It's just been very practical for me, and I'm glad I made it when I still had the energy to. This honestly kind of makes me miss the old locker UI, and I wish that there was some way that you could like interchangeably toggle between the two, and I bet there is, but I really don't know if there is because I'm not a locker person. I don't spend all my time inside of the lockers or like building anything because something that is like unnecessary, I don't really need to do it. Like, I'm one of those type of people that if I just need a couple of books inside of my locker, that's all I'll do. Or if I need to go inside of my dorm and I need to like do the resting quest, like the nap quest, and I need to like lie down, all I'll do is like, I'll just put down a mattress on the floor and I'll sleep there. Like, that's like literally the bare minimum, just the essentials. Hopefully Royale High does cut down on the amount of lag that the dorms and the lockers do cause inside of the game, because I have heard that anytime anybody opens their dorms, like a couple of days ago, anytime that you open them, it actually lagged out the entire server and people couldn't move. So I really hope that there is patches that are going to be made for these, and that people actually take into consideration that there are other people inside of the game that don't have the devices and don't have all day to just lag around with their laggy locker. Alright, so yeah, I think that is all I have to say on today's topic. If you guys have anything to add, please put it down in the comments. And yeah, that is all I have to say on today's video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see ya.